evening. This is the Home Service.
Good evening, and welcome to another edition of the Home Service with me, Marky Mark, and Chrissy Baby. Yay! You're alright there, Chris?
I am. I'm just juicing up my
Oh, he's just juicing up. Well, he's juicing. Good evening, chat. How are we all? Hope you're all right. It's been a week. How the devil are you? Big hugs to everybody. Hello, BFG, Orions, Matt, Jules, Vaping Irish, Bill, more Bill, and Stuart, the Vaping Scotsman. Hello, and good evening, Ian, and everybody else. Oh, Chrissy Baby. Hello, Chris. How are you?
Mr. Doyle.
Yeah, Mr. Doyle himself. So you sorted that, dude?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, I, like an Alzheimer's patient, keep forgetting to turn my headset volume down when you start the good evenings.
I'm sorry.
No, it's
so
me.
sorry.
I keep forgetting to turn it down. Oh my
Do I shout that much? Hey, Gav, good evening to you, sir. Are we cooking? Are we cooking on gas there, kid?
We are cooking.
So, obviously from last week, I hope you... No, that way. There you go. Chat. Let me know what you think. If you can read it, all right. You guys that are watching it on the big telly or watching it on your tablets. So, obviously saves you messing about. So, hopefully that is all right. Time from behind a plant pot. Rev, you been a naughty boy? You been a naughty boy? Oh dear. So,
how are we?
I'm not bad at all, mate. It's been a very stressful week, to be honest with you. Work's been really manic. Obviously, I would class this as our first really official back to work after the new year, because the week before that we was doing a lot of safety meetings and things like that, and we do a lot of like toolbox talks at work, and it's all health and safety orientated week. So it's sort of been a fairly lapsed week last week, and they're making up for it this week. So yeah, Vaping with TC, hello and good evening, buddy. To you. So yeah, it's been a bit. And then poor Mrs. Solom, I've got to admit, she has been really, really poorly. It seems to be going round like the clappers at the moment. There's like a cross between a flu and a big, really nasty virusy bug thing going round. And Jan caught the seriousness of it really badly. So yeah, not been good.
Oh jeez.
Well,
my crazy horse, says Stevie, talking to Jules.
Oh, Jules. Bless her, sweetheart.
Jules.
She's a sweetheart.
Oh, hello, Jules. Hello, JR Biker. Hi.
Hey.
So, what are you vaping on?
What am I vaping on?
What do you got going on over there?
Well, not a lot, really. I have got the BTFC. Right, I'm going to get this right. It's the bottom top Flavor Clouds RDA. From Vaping Fagan. No, is it Fagan?
Okay.
Yeah, Vaping Fagan. Really enjoying this one. Really nice. You've got bottom airflow and obviously top airflow. And yeah, it's so easy. The build deck is ace. You know how you got your... it's like almost like an inverted drop. You know how you put your coils in that way on the drop? You put them in that way. Out, so they stick out. So obviously on the side you just trim your leads like that.
I did see that.
Absolutely brilliant. Airflow is, believe it or not, even though you've got a lot of airflow, it is still sort of like slightly restricted. So, but overall, I've only been using it today, literally, and so far, so good. The coils I've got in it are these fused Claptons from the handcraft coils from Vivismoke that I reviewed a while back. Really enjoying them. They're very, very nice. In that, I've got the Squid Ink, what is this one? St. Clements. It's like a citrus soda. Really is nice. Got very much lemony in it. So, yeah, you know me and lemon. I absolutely love it. What else have I got? I've got me Double Barrel V3. Oh, I love this. I love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it. And obviously I've got...
a little low.
You got?
I think my volume's a little low.
Oh, you little... I can turn you up. Let me hear you again.
Hello.
Yeah, you're loud enough there.
All right.
Yeah. So, obviously, I have got my Dead Rabbit on top of there. In there, I have got Look, and I've got the Melon Berry Sunshine. Very, very nice, must admit. Got into melon again. I went off melon for quite some time, and I've got back into it. I've also got the Aquitas on the... You Are Us.
You Are Us.
How are we pronouncing that? Urus?
I think, what do you say? Yeah.
Urus?
Urus? Yeah.
Urus? Yeah, it could be Urus.
Urus.
Little 100 watt, 2700 regulated box mod. Bit plasticky. And which was it from? This one. I forget who it's from. From Hue Vapor. Really nice. I do like it. It's a nice little kit, that. I do like with purple. Purple and black goes nicely. In that, I have got the Clever Flu from Vape Wild. That's quite nice and all. I've also got me Bad Pull with the... I keep on forgetting it. The Nova RDA. And in there, I have got me... the last bit, believe it or not, that's the last bit of me traditional Yuzul Lemon Meringue. There you go. And that's it. That's basically what I'm vaping on. Oh, one more thing. I'm just finishing off testing the IQ little kit. Very much like the Cosmo kit that I reviewed earlier on this week. It's very similar type of design. So, yeah, reviewing that as well. And that's about the lot. Oh, I'm drinking on...
Coca-Cola.
And I'm listening to, I don't know if you'll be able to know that shoulder, there, you can just see the album. I'm listening to the Beatles. With the Beatles.
You go.
So
Beatles are always good.
I'm sorry I was boring you there, dude.
No.
I'm so sorry.
Oh my goodness. We have to go over this again. Oh, man.
No. So, it's been a week, kiddo, and we haven't really spoken that much this week because I've been mega busy. So, what you been up to? What you vaping on? What you drinking? And what you listening to?
Well, actually, I'll start with what I've been listening to because I'm pretty excited about this. I don't know how I missed this in my years of listening to music, but Motionless in White is actually a really good band.
I have not heard of them.
Oh man, they're really good. If you like your metal, so I think you'll love them. A couple of songs stick out in my mind, and one is Voices, and the other one is Eternally Yours, and it's really good. But that's what I'm listening to. What I'm drinking on is Dunkin' Donuts coffee, and what I'm vaping on. Let's see, I've got 5 setups today. Good for me. I've got the Dreamer in stainless steel.
Very nice. Have you seen the Dreamer RDA?
No, I have not yet.
Oh, that is nice. Well worth having a look at.
I like the Equitas. I don't know. I've also got the Duster from Knucklehead Vapes. If you're going to focus at all.
Yeah, it's just not having that, is it?
It's just not going to do it.
It's just not having it. It's no,
nope,
sir.
Not having it today. But on that, I've got the Dead Rabbit RDA with the brass butcher cap on it. I've also got the V-God Elite whole setup there, the Elite Mech and RDA. I've also got my Noisy Cricket V3 with my Knuckle RDA on top. And finally, what I have is you guys have seen this before, the Purple Rage with the Green Apocalypse Gen 2, which I don't understand how this is focusing right now. Wouldn't do it when I wanted it to earlier.
That's your Joker setup, isn't it?
It is. I love my Joker setup.
Bless you, Bronco. Bronco has just woken up just to come and watch our show. How cool is that?
That is very cool.
Big love, kiddo. Big love for that one. Thank you very much. And to everyone in chat, thank you very much. Do appreciate it. Sorry, Chris.
Big
Carry
love,
on.
guys. Big love. Let's see. On the Dead Rabbit, I'm running some Turkish tobacco from Yoda.
Is that the new edition or the original?
It's got to be the new because I got these within the past month.
Right. What do you think to it now?
I like it.
Mm.
It's still smooth. It's still mild. It's actually very easy to vape. So, and I don't go tongue blind to it as I've found with many others. So that's a very good all-day vape.
Mm. Because Vic, for
vapes it
a
all the
number
time.
of years now, has been so like really saying
All
how
about it.
how good it is.
Mhm.
So right, looks like I'm.
And I took that on. I picked that up on recommendation from TVP, actually saying that as well. That that's one of Vic's favorite all-day vapes. So I was like, you know what? It's worth a shot. I'll give it a shot. And
Out
I'm
of
not-
curiosity, what Nick strength you got it at?
3.
3.
I vape at 3 normally. I don't usually vape 6, but right now in this, it's not Rocket Man. But in this, I have some Blue Nomenon, which is a blue raspberry lemonade.
And what's it called?
It's called Blue Nomenon. Oh man!
No, honestly, what was it called? Honestly, tell me the truth.
No, I'm serious. Blue Nomenon. That's the name of the company. You bastard! I've also got buttermilk pie.
That just
Can I do a
sounds.
review on
Why does that sound to me dodgy?
Custard.
No, buttermilk
Very
pie.
creamy custard.
But it's the way that you say buttermilk pie.
Buttermilk pie. Ooh yeah.
You got soft lips there, boy. You got buttermilk pie.
Yeah, boy. Squeal like a pig. Yeah, Randy. I've got also some Jam Monster, strawberry Jam Monster in the bottle for the Rage. And I
Sorry,
also
TC. Okay then, TC.
I'm also running Pancake House Pumpkin Spice. That and the buttermilk pie I actually did a review of.
Hi,
I don't
Garth.
think it was this week. I think it was last week. I'm not sure. I can't remember. I think it might have been this week. Squeal, piggy, squeal. But yeah, the Blue Nomenon is actually in 12 milligram.
Really?
Yep.
So you have to lug in that one, obviously.
Oh, 6. Sorry, 6.
6?
Not 12. Yep.
Half it.
and I'm
Half it,
dripping
guys.
that.
Half it. Yeah, I was
yeah.
thinking about getting the Turkish one for my mouth to lungs jobbies, because to be honest with you, I went off tobacco big time for a lot of years.
Yeah.
And then it was not October, it was May expo that I went to. And when I was there was a basically like a tobacconist side of it. And they did all the natural extracts. And I thought, it's been a long time since I've tried a tobacco flavoured e-juice, so I thought I'd have a bash. And honestly, they had some absolutely really nice Moorish, but you knew that you wanted to sort of like mouth to lung it instead of a direct lung. It was that kind of you knew it was going to be that one. So I'm thinking about getting some more, because I've got a lot more like pod systems to review. I've got more mouth to lung stuff coming in at the present moment. So I think sort of like upping my nick a little bit more, because I've been using about 6 and I find that that's still a little bit weak. So I'm going to up it a little bit more and probably get a tobacco type.
I think, I don't know. I picked it up under the pretense and hopes that it would help me to get over the cravings I get from the smell of the cigarettes from my wife smoking inside the house. And so far, it has been amazing. It's been very, very nice. Definitely stops that craving because I still get that tobacco. It just doesn't taste or smell as bad as hers.
Well, yeah.
You know, it just does the job. That's really all I need it to do, but it does it in a very, very pleasant way.
Yeah. That's as long as it works, that's the main thing. And Orion, yes, Black Notes are good, yes. But I really do fancy that Yalick one.
You
Really.
should give it a shot. If you haven't yet, give it a shot.
Mm.
It's worth it. In my opinion. That was actually going to be my next juice review. Was gonna be the Yalick Turkish tobacco.
Oh, we best not talk too much about it then.
No.
Don't spoil the review.
Don't spoil it. Hello, Vaping Scotsman. How are we? Hello, Gareth.
So,
Yeah.
go on.
So,
You was gonna.
no,
You've got
done.
you've
That's all
you've
I've
got
got.
content this week. You're the content guy, so I'm going to sit back and relax and let you do the content.
let me prepare myself here. Gotta undress a little bit. No, I'm kidding. So yeah, guys, we're gonna do some discussion on mechanical tubes and the differences in design, if that makes any sense to you guys. I'll give you a quick example of what I mean. We've got different styles. Like you've got your solid tube with the switch on the outside that comes off for your batteries to go in. You've also got solid tubes with a recessed switch that screws into the bottom. You've got your mechanical sleeve tubes with the removable sleeves.
That's a nice sleeve.
Isn't it? It's quite posh.
Let's bring that in closer, sir. Oh, that is rather nice. Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, I like that one. I ain't seen that one.
Oh, it's very nice. It's very pretty. But yeah, we've got a variety of different ones. And clone versus really, I never use a clone. Clone versus authentic, is that what you mean? It really depends.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, it really depends. There's a lot of different factors, where you get it from, what mod it is that you're getting.
Yeah. Totally.
All of these factors come in, and it's hard to tell you one from the other. I can give you places that I've gotten very good clones off of, like one-to-ones that perform equally as well. But I can also tell you about some places that sell less than proper quality mechanical mods. And those ones I don't really trust so much.
Hi JP and hi Roy. Good evening to you guys. Regarding clones versus Joan, depends on what you're after. If you let us know what you're actually looking for, we might be able to help you a little bit better. But obviously, in general terms, yes, you can get really good clones. That you can get clones that are virtually identical to the original and work absolutely brilliant. You can also get genuine ones that actually are rubbish and are quite pants.
Yeah.
Believe it or not all genuine mechs are brilliant. Some are, some aren't. So it kind of depends on what you're looking for and what you're after in a mech. And obviously,
Gareth, are you from
budgets.
the UK?
Yeah, if you're from the UK, that's always handy.
Yeah, if you're from the UK, I suggest going to knuckleheadvapes.com. They always sell very, very good, well-machined, well-made, well-performing clones. I'd have to say probably 90% of my clone collection came from there.
Yeah, I would say about mine as well. Another place is 3F Vapes. They do pretty decent ones as well.
Yeah,
3F
no,
Vapes.
You're right. 3F Vape, I got that broadside from, and they actually performed very well.
If you are actually looking for one, Garth, and there's something that you really think, yeah, I'd like that one, hit me up, let me know, and I will guide you the best way I can. You can always hit me up either on Facebook, or you can obviously hit me up on the actual channel as well. So yeah, just let me know what you're looking for, and I will guide you the best as I can.
Davey, speak to Larry. Larry's the guy you want to look up. That's go ahead over to the Knucklehead Vape group on
Andy
Facebook.
Summers. Yep.
Go ahead, apply and join to the group there, and you'll find all sorts of really cool deals and sales going on almost all the time.
Yeah.
And they've got very, very good prices.
I mean, if you haven't had to probably PM Adam, he'll be able to tell you. Yeah.
Mr. Ralphie himself. Yep. So we're going to go over some of the basic ones. The ones that you'll more commonly see are going to be actually not even that, because that's old school. That mongrel with that recessed switch is really kind of an older design. But nowadays, what you typically find are mods like this, which are solid tubes with an removable switch like this on the outside. And then you've got the switch contact
on the inside.
Solid tube and hybrid 510. That's typically what you'll see.
So when you say hybrid 510, what do you mean by a hybrid 510, Chris?
Hybrid 510 is direct to battery contact. That is no floating 510 in there at all whatsoever. Now, non-hybrid 510s come looking like that. They actually have a floating 510 pin on the inside of that 510 connector. And some even have a removable 510 top section. Like that. It's also got a removable switch, but this is a broadside and an entirely different kind of design.
Yeah, just a little.
Just a little. But, you know, you've got your older style. Hey, look at that. That actually looks pretty damn good. You've got your older style kind of mechanical tubes that have, you know, recessed switches that you really got to kind of put your finger on the top and bottom and just kind of spin the mod to get that to switch to really screw in there. And this does not have very long threads. They're just tiny threads. There we go. And then you got your solid tube with, actually that's a copper insert for your 510 to assist in the connection. It's lower voltage drop, better connection, hits harder, which is great. And what voltage drop is some mods, depending on the way they're constructed, some mods will lose some of that charge, that voltage in transit from your battery to the 510 of your RDA, and that the amount that is lost, the amount of voltage that just goes away, is what's considered voltage drop, and it'll drain your battery as fast as if it was hitting equally as fast, but you're only getting a portion of the performance you could be out of a different mod. What else do we have? Kind of closer to the basics. Well, we've got, here, let me take the RDA off of this one. Like the Dreamer mod, we've got the outside switch here, all right, but it also has the removable 510 top piece. I can get it off, which doesn't look like I'm going to be able to. That's all right. It does, if you can see that, there you go. It does have that little gap up there, which that is removable.
Do you know something? And considering I'm classed as the mech guy, I still haven't got a Dreamer.
Are you serious? I was very lucky with this one. I got this from a friend for dirt cheap. But it is stainless steel.
So, while we're talking about mechs and things like that, what is your favourite style of mech?
I'll tell you, it's the solid tubes like the truck.
And why's that?
Low voltage drop. Why? Because there are less parts for it to travel through, for the current to travel through. so you're getting more of that raw power right to the 510.
Do you know?
Makes sense.
Mine's exactly the same. One of the big reasons why this is my favourite mod of all time, which is the Purge truck. This is not a clone. This is a genuine. Oh, mine's genuine. And there's 2 reasons why I love this mod. One is obviously, voltage drop is virtually 0 on this one. But another thing that I really do love about it, and it's the switch, and it's the downright simplicity of the switch. But I also love on the switch itself, this is so easy to take apart. I mean, look how quick it's taking me. Just
it's because of that squared 510,
right?
Or the squared connection on there on the switch.
If you've not had a mech, you need to look after a mech. You need to keep it clean. You need to keep all your contacts clean, your threading clean, and you need to keep your firing pin clean. It's taking me a while to unscrew this. Have I got magnets on this one? Or
the reason you want to keep everything clean is because that dirt will very easily and quickly turn into hot button.
But look how easy. I've stripped that completely.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I love about it.
Oh, you got the spring.
Yeah, I got the spring.
I've got magnetic.
I got the silver spring. Even less battery drop.
Even less. Well, my magnets are silver plated.
Yeah, you still will get a drop though.
Oh yes.
Also,
you will.
I can build lower as well.
Yes, you can.
So,
although that doesn't stop me, I still run it at 0.07. So
are you 007?
I am always a 007.
You bad.
Only lately have I been going up in resistance, and that's actually one of the reasons I'm really glad I've got that Noisy Cricket V3.
Ian, do you know something? I don't. I know Chris uses a fiberglass pen.
I do.
I don't. I use one of them, you know the nail buffers that you can get from Pound Shop? Mm-hmm. They come like on a soft sponge.
A rectangular.
Well, these ones are like on a soft sponge. And they've got 5 different grades, and you've got a really like a buffer. You've actually got a like sandpaper, and it's on different grades. And I use one of them. It's so like, especially on the Purge style mods, you can literally take that 510 pin, the firing pin, and just literally just wipe over it, and it comes off. No messing about.
Yep.
I think where the fiberglass pen comes in handy is for I always say that it's not as easy to take that firing pin out, whereas on obviously the Purge ones, it's so easy to take it out and clean it. Danny, good evening to you, and I haven't seen to say hello to Lynn as well.
Hello, MBK. How we doing, Danny? Yeah, absolutely, Matt Chandler. Mech safety is a must. That is an absolute must.
Oh, definitely.
You know, I've said it before, and before I ever touched my first mech, I did countless hours of research and learning, schooling myself on Ohm's law and proper builds. That's something I got to tell you guys. Don't just take somebody else's build that you see on YouTube and think, I can just use that and I'll be perfectly fine. Do your math. Make sure you know your batteries and your battery safety. Make sure that your build isn't pulling more amperage out of the battery than the current what's the hell is the name of constant continuous discharge rate. That's the one, the CDR of your battery. Some are 30 amp draws, some are 35. Most are probably around 20, 25.
Yeah.
Well, at least in 1860 format, at least.
With a mech, you've always got to remember that you are the safety with it. I can't stress this enough.
Yep.
Do not just throw a battery in. Look at the battery. Make sure that there's no tears, there's no snags or anything like that. Make sure that there's no dints or anything like that. Always make sure that that battery is good. You, at the end of the day, mechs are as safe as you. And that's the best way of explaining it. You have gone... You are in control. You're in control of your build, so make sure that there's no shorts. That's why you should always, when you build it, put it on an ohms reader. I always like to have an independent ohms reader instead of just using a regulated mod, even though sort of like your your DNAs and them type of chips are pretty decent, still use an independent ohms reader. I can't stress that enough. Always check, make sure that you have... I'll give you an example of things to check. For argument's sake, you're using the dead rabbit or you're using the drop. Sometimes when you clip your leads, it can drop down in between the posts, and you actually don't, if it's only a tiny little bit of coil, you don't actually notice it. So obviously as soon as you fire that up, you're going to get a short. So it's things like that that you can miss. We're only human. It's little things like that that sort of like, if you'd have put it on an ohms reader and tested it first, you would have found out that it would have had a short instead of putting it on your actual mod. It's things like that that you got to be aware of. It's all well and good saying that, yeah, I've done this build thousands and thousands of times, I know exactly what I'm doing. All it has to do is that slight lacks of concentration, and you could have a short, and then you start getting into problems. So always get it on an ohms reader just to check, make sure that you've got no shorts on your actual build. Once you actually got it on there, on your actual mech, make sure that the battery that you are using is in good condition. When I say it's in good condition, I mean the wrap is good. There's no dents, there's no scratches or anything like that. Really do have a look at them, because sometimes you can drop your battery and have a tiny little nick, and that will cause problems. Also, another thing to have a look on your battery is your actual insulator at the top. Please make sure to have a look at that. Make sure that that's all right as well, because obviously
not hold up, nothing. Yep.
Safety. I cannot stress it enough. If you have a mech, you will thoroughly enjoy it. It's an absolute joy to play with mechs, but please remember, you are the safety.
Yep. Matt Chandler, super sub ohm is fine. If you know your ohms law, I run 007, but on a 30T. Absolutely. 30T is a 35 amp battery. I run that all day. I also run my 0.07s on 1860 format on the 20S from Samsung, which is a 30 amp draw 18650. And I don't have any 30 plus amp rating 2700s, so I stay away from that on those. But also Bill Richards, where did that go? Yeah, there we are. Most batteries are 20 to 25. Look at Mooch's page on ECF. Absolutely. And in fact, what I tend to do, because I know that Ohm's law and battery safety is so important, before I go and purchase a battery, I will go to Mooch's page and look at his charts, and I will pick out the one that has the amp rating for what I'm looking for how I vape. I will always look there first, get the type of battery that I want, and then I will go ahead and go start shopping around for that.
I'm not trying to plug, but I will plug. On my actual website, I have got a advocacy and tool page. On that tool page, we have the Steam Engine website link, and we also have Battery Mooch's link as well. So for argument's sake that you're wanting to do a build and you're not quite sure how many wraps and things like that, go to Steam Engine. That will give you all the information that you will ever need. It's absolutely brilliant calculator.
Alternatively, if you have an Android phone that you use all the time, go ahead and look up on the Google Play Store Vape Tool and Vape Tool Pro. Both of these apps are everything you could want. They've got coil calculators, they've got e-liquid calculators, they've got everything you need to know right there. It teaches you Ohm's law and everything. So if you guys have an Android, go ahead and look up Vape Tool Pro.
Out of curiosity, here in the UK, I would highly recommend Fogstar as a company to go and buy batteries. I'm not affiliated or anything like that, but it's where I get my batteries, and I love their service. You in America, where do you get your batteries from?
I get batteries mainly from my local B&Ms, but they only carry my 30Ts at this point. I used to use the Samsung 25Rs, which they still stock, and they're working on getting them, but the 20S is not arrived at the shop yet. So on those, I will typically go online, but I will go to reputable sites. I can't think of one off the top of my head, but like you said, Fogstar, I've heard a lot of good things from them, so I would definitely trust them with ordering batteries from them.
Yeah,
But,
I highly recommend Fogstar. I've been using them now for, it must be 2 years. Must be 2 years that I've been using them, and they have never let me down. In fact, they was one of the first companies that I ever got sent batteries. Not only did it come in a plastic case, they also came with 2 spare wraps, and they also came with 2 spare insulators when I actually ordered the batteries. And I ordered 6 at the time straight away, and all that lot came. And I think brilliant.
Lion Wholesalers. That's one of the ones that I've been to quite recently. And I picked up a set of VAP cells, which came in this nifty little zipper padded pouch.
Yeah, it's good in it.
Oh, I love it. I love it. It definitely makes carrying my batteries a whole lot easier and safer in my mind. I feel better carrying them in something like that. My plastic cases, A, they're almost gone because they've all broken. And B, it's too easy for that tab to open up and for your batteries to spill out. Especially if you're carrying them in your pocket like that. It's dangerous, especially if you have like loose change or
definitely. You don't want to be
metallic in your pockets that could potentially touch both ends of the battery is bad because you will bend the battery.
Also, if you check Fogstar on a Friday, I do believe they normally have a discount on a Friday if you check their Facebook page.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, I think they've been doing it for a while now. I think it's something daft like 5% or something daft like that. But it's a bit of a saving, so obviously worth checking out Fogstar.
Mike, yeah. Mike, how are you? Mike Forber, thank you. MF Vapes, how you doing, buddy? So, yeah. What else do we have as far as different styles of mechanical mods? Well, we talked a little bit about the sleeve mods, which are basically nothing more than your standard tube. Let me go ahead and unscrew that switch. Nothing more than your standard tube. You got your hybrid 510. You got the sleeve. Just kind of drop that in, and you've got your mod all set up. Sits flush with the switch and the 510 top, so you've got a solid, smooth mod there. That's another style. You've got your 3-piece style design, and that's displayed here, where you've got the top section, you've got your top tube, you've got your inner tube, and you've got the switch. So it's essentially a 3-piece tube, not counting the parts inside the switch. That's that solid copper contact again. Love that, love that. But I love the ones that come with that silver-plated contact. Oh man, forget it. Those things hit so hard. What else do we have? We'll go over that broadside now. You got your solid tube. Who's that?
Salford.
Salford Vapor, how we doing, buddy? We got that removable non-hybrid 510, which has...
That is the old classic style, isn't it, really? That's sort of like how mechs used to be.
Yes, and it's got that battery adjustment knobby deal on the bottom. There we go. There you go. You got that knurled battery adjuster on the bottom, or on the top piece there. You got your standard tube. And then the switch on this is what really makes this different and sets this apart from everything else. You've got the ring that you can take off of the switch. It's got a little plastic doohickey in there, little button. But underneath all of that, what you have is a 3-piece clutch system, which is different from all of the rest in that they simply have either spring or magnetic. And this is actually, those 3 pieces are held together with a rubber O-ring. And when you press it in, those 3, they will separate and they will touch to the outside.
It's a clever little clutch system, isn't it?
Yep. And it's got that pin that it sits on that makes contact with the negative. So these are constant contact. This is always in contact. So you won't have that arcing mark problem. And be all set. You won't dirty up the contact on your battery. So that's another style that we've got. And that's not the only one. We've also got another style of, who's that? Gaily Bops? Hello, how are you? We've got this, the Comp-Life Saw, which is also a sleeve mod, but on this one, instead of just sliding it on, you screw and unscrew this one. All right, and this one you don't even need to take the switch off of for. This one you can just slide it over, zing it up, and you're good to go. But that also is a, I guess you could consider this a three-piece. You've got that outside tube, the inner tube, and then you've got the switch. But it's a little different because you have to screw this one on rather than just unscrew the switch, slide the tube on, and then tighten it down again. And the last one that I have to go over, yeah, this is the last one, is like the Purge Slam piece, or the COD piece, whichever you want to call it. But with this one, it's a side fire mechanism. So you press that switch in, and it's nothing more than a little tab, all right? But the switch on the bottom, the battery cup is what I want to call it, is actually three pieces, all right? You've got the main housing for the switch, or for the whatever you want to call it, battery cup. You've got your Delrin insulator with two notches cut out on the sides, and I'll show you exactly what that's for. And you've got your copper cup. And this is removable because you've got, actually this mod, the Slam piece, came with two different ones. One for 20 and 21-700 batteries, and one for 18-650s. And what happens there is, if you'll notice on the bottom there, those little cutouts are for your fingers. And so when you put this in with a battery in it, let's tighten that up. When you put it in with the battery in it, when that lines up with the switch, just like that, it's good to go. It's ready to fire. You can just push this in and you'll make contact. When that switch is actually sideways to the switch, it's locked and you won't be able to press that in. So it does have a safety feature ish on here, but it's not safe at all. Don't get me wrong.
So out of all the mods that you've shown everyone, what are the pros and cons with them, in your opinion?
The biggest con that I find with most of the other ones is because they're multiple parts. They're multiple section mods. And so for me, like I mentioned earlier, voltage drop is kind of a bugbear for me. It's kind of a, I don't like that. I don't really care for voltage drop. So for me, that's why I mentioned that the solid tubes with just a switch on them are my preference. Pros and cons vary on different mods. Granted, as far as style goes, pro, broadside, love the switch style. Okay, love that three clutch system. I like the fact that I can take this top cap off, this 510.
That's my mod. I say for sort of people that are just beginning to get into mechs, is one of the perfect ones.
Because inside of that is a Delrin insert on the inside of this tube, and that's so you have some short protection. It really is. And they tell you in the manual, and this I agree with entirely, put your batteries in the broadside positive down. And these are the only mods that I will put batteries in positive down. Are mods with that insulated ring, sleeve rather, on the inside of the tube, that when the manual tells you to do so. Like, for example, my VGOD Elite, all right, that one has a sleeve on the inside. I don't know if you can see it. There we go.
Yeah, you can.
Has a sleeve on the inside. Yet, however, the manual still informs you to put your batteries in positive up. So, that being said, that's how I do that one. The Broadside, the Admiral, and the Sub-Ohm Innovation Sub-Zero X.
Yeah.
Those 3 mods are at the top of the list for batteries positive down. They tell you that in the manual, and it's much safer to put your batteries positive down in one of those than it is in any other type of mod.
If it's got a... I think this is more practice than anything else. Over the last, I would say about 2 years now, I've been putting everything positive up. It's just... Yeah, especially I'm not so worried if he's got a Delrin on the inside. If he's got a Delrin sleeve, not so worried. But anything else, I always put it positive up nowadays.
It's the science behind it. It really is. And I know that there's a lot of people that argue this, but there is science to it.
I mean, a lot of people turn around and say, well, you've got venting holes at the bottom. Yeah, it doesn't matter about that because if the battery, unfortunately, does vent, it will find the nearest hole. Absolutely. It doesn't matter if it's at the top or the bottom, it will find the nearest hole.
Absolutely. And it doesn't come out slowly, so, you know, it's going to come out fast, and it's going to find that hole.
Yeah, of course it is.
So, you know, that's just... again, that's science. If you
just let you know, we've only got about 10 minutes roughly-ish. If you've got any questions about mechs, if you want to slap them in chat while Chris is still talking about his mechs, if we've got any questions, we can answer them for you.
Vaping Irish, yes, you're right. It's common sense, but there's a degree of science involved in that. If you put your batteries in positive up and you short the battery, all you're going to do is auto fire. And you've got enough time to either unscrew that battery switch or remove your atomizer, and you should be fine, as long as it doesn't go too long. You don't want it blowing up on you. But anyways, you'll be safer that way. If you put your batteries in positive down, however, and you've got some sort of tear in the wrap or anything, you're going to be connecting both the negative and the positive together at the same exact time, shorting your battery.
That's what's called a hard short.
Yep, hard shorting your battery. Venting may occur or thermal runaway, which is when the battery on its own starts increasing in temperature to a temperature so high that it explodes. It will just burst, and you don't want that to happen in a mechanical tube. Not at all. Yeah. So that's that. Battery safety is a must. There are many different styles to mechanical mods. Each one has their flaws and their benefits. I won't deny that. There are pros and cons to each type. Side fire, for example, there are, how many pieces did I say in that switch? There's like 3 different pieces.
Yeah,
and
there is.
Voltage drop is going to be there. As opposed to, say, my Enforcer, which is a solid 2 with just that switch. Both taking 30 Ts, my 21700s, I get better performance out of the Enforcer than I do out of the Slam piece, and that's due to the limited amount of parts, and also because that Enforcer is silver plated.
Vaping Irish, yeah, totally, yeah.
Which one's that? Didn't mean that there wasn't science, just mean you don't have to understand science to get why it's a bad idea, hence common sense. You're absolutely right, but not, see, the common phrase around here, common saying, is that common sense is not all that common. There are a lot of stupid people out there, or just people that are not intentionally ignorant, but they're just ignorant of the way things work. They just don't know. And so it's one of those things where that's why I'm here, you know, trying to explain it to you guys so you guys get a better understanding of all of these things. Some of you don't need that. I get that. This isn't targeted at everybody. There are some advanced users in the chat. So
I think also, even with advanced users, I would class myself as an advanced user, even I can, lack of concentration. It's very, very easy. You're busy. We all live busy lifestyles. You can accidentally,
brain, and
you
just
can
forget.
accidentally, and sometimes you do forget. You just slap that battery in, you didn't even notice, and that's where the problems lie. It's more to do with not knowing what you're doing. It's more a case of you're not concentrating on what you are doing. So you need to be a little bit more.
And don't be lazy either.
Yeah, you need to be a bit more aware of what you're actually playing with, because there's nothing wrong with the mech. They are as safe as you are. I can't stress this enough. They are as safe as you are. If you're not safe, they're not safe. And it's as simple as that.
You gotta know what to look for.
I mean, I've had people email me, send me photos on batteries. Do you think this battery's all right? Another question I get, do you think this 510 pin's all right? And I've got a real easy answer to the whole lot. If you're already asking that question, then don't do it.
That's it. I gotta tell you, I had a question once from a person regarding batteries, asking me if their battery was still safe to use, and they sent me a picture of it. And I gotta tell you, I damn near died of a heart attack when I saw the picture of this battery. The entire positive was exposed. The wrapper had been peeled down past the sides. Both positive and negative were exposed, and I'm getting goosebumps even just thinking about it right now. That was a scary thing. I told him, absolutely not. You need to take that battery out of whatever mod it's in, and you need to tape it up with some electrical tape, and you need to get rid of it now. You need to wait. You know, if you have to wait to vape till you get a safer battery, then wait. I don't tell anybody not to vape, and I will tell you not to vape if your only battery looks like that. So it's like I said, some people just don't know battery safety, and that's okay to a point. As long as they're not vaping on mechanical mods, that's okay to a point. That's where it comes to us to kind of educate and inform. Don't do that. Don't do that at all. This is what you need to look for. This is the condition of the batteries that you need to be using. This is not.
And I always recommend that, especially like guys in chat that's watching us already, most of the people that are watching us on like a show or watching vape reviews in general kind of know a bit about vaping. Make sure your mates are all right and they know about it as well. Because a lot of people, over the years that I've been vaping, a lot of people tend to treat 18650s very much like the Duracell. The ones that they throw in drawer, the ones that they use for the remote control, then swap it out and use it for something else. They have got the same mentality as them batteries. And as we all know, 18650 batteries are not the same as your normal AA or AAA batteries. They are very, very different. And I think a lot of people do generally treat them like they are a AA or a AAA battery, and they need to be taught a little bit more information about the dangers of an 18650 battery.
Yeah, Sloan, you're absolutely right. A low build on a 20 amp battery is not going to end well. Oh, geez. 20, I'd say, what would you say, up over 0.2?
Well, on
a 20 amp battery, I'd say stay above a 0.2.
Yeah, way above 0.2. Yeah, definitely.
People do not realize 18650s will start a car. Yeah, but they'll be dead afterwards. They'll have enough juice to start it once. Oh, yeah. I wouldn't recommend that. As a note, do not try and hook up 18650s to try and start your car.
No, please don't do that. No, please.
At all.
No.
Oh, God. So, yeah, that's the different types of mechanical tubes that I have experience with. There's probably others out there that I do not have experience with. Not positive, so. But just be safe, guys. If you're going to use mechanical mods, be safe. If you're using, regulated mods, multiple battery mods, make sure your batteries are married. Discharge and recharge at exactly the same time, at the same rate.
I have got a question for you, Chris.
Yes.
And for chat, actually. I was reading. This topic has come up a couple of times over on Facebook. We're talking about batteries now. Do you leave your batteries in a mod that you're not using?
No, I don't. I only have batteries in the mods that I have running.
Right, because I now and again will leave in a regulated mod. I've started taking them out now because I've seen a couple of posts on Facebook where they've just left it and it's auto-fired.
Mm-hmm. There's been one semi-regulated, the Fush mod.
Yeah, the Fush mod as well, yeah.
You know, he put out a public service announcement, do not get that Fush mod. He had it on a shelf. He wasn't even touching it. Becca had to tell him, call him into the room and let him know that your mod's auto firing and doing it all on its own. When he touched it, it burned him. It was that hot. So I definitely recommend taking them out. Again, like I said, the only mods I don't take them out of are the ones that I'm currently swapping between. So even at night, I only have 2 mods on my nightstand, and those are the only 2 that remain with batteries in them. At the end of the night, I take all the batteries out of all of the other ones that I was using that day, put them on the charger, put them in their case, whatever the case might be. If they need to be charged or not, I'll put them aside in a safe place where nothing's going to happen to them. But I won't leave them in the mods, especially mechanical tubes.
Yeah, I've got me like I said, I've got me set up here at the present moment. All these have got batteries in, but once I leave tonight, I'll only be taking what I'm using. So I thought it was interesting. I just wanted to know what everybody else was doing. Do they leave it in or take them out at night time? I thought it was an interesting...
Reverend says never leave batteries in a regulated mod or anything with a MOSFET. He had 2 near misses. Both were regulateds that were switched off. So yeah, that's another one. That's another good answer there.
Yeah, that is good.
MF takes them out because I can only use 1 at a time, so there would be 1 or 2 not being used. Good point. Yeah. Also, what was I going to say for rebuilders? Oh, yes. For rebuilders, guys that use drippers and stuff on mechs, if you have put a certain build on your RDAs, so many times and you've got experience with those coils, do not get lazy and assume that you're going to be perfectly fine if you want to dry burn those on a mechanical mod. Always, always, always use a regulated device or an ohms reader to read the resistance and to pre-burn your coils. Do not do that and get lazy and use a mechanical mod to do that.
No,
I don't care how many times you built those coils. I still, to this day, put every RDA that I built, every fresh build I put in, whether I've made it, for months and months, and I'm very familiar with those coils, I don't care. It doesn't matter. It goes on a regulated device first. Always.
I always put mine on the ohms reader. I always say, check it on an ohms reader first. Always.
Oh, Remy says... Wait a minute. What was that? Oh, he says it takes longer to heal when you're that old, Stevie. Dion says, damn it, forgot you guys were on. It's okay, you're here now with us.
Bless.
For the next few minutes.
For the next few minutes, yes, because we'll be going shortly. So has anybody got any questions before we do pop off? We have actually come up to the hour.
Lynn, leave them in if I'm using regularly. That's it. Only if the ones that you're using, leave them in. The other ones, take them out. And at night, if you're only using 2 mods like I do, take the batteries out of everything else, put them where they need to be, whether they need to be charged or just stored. Take them out, one way or the other.
Right, before we do go, we've got an announcement for next week, haven't we, Chris?
Yes, we do. Mr. Davey Green, Mr. Reverend Vapes himself, will be joining us next week. Cannot wait.
Cannot wait. It's going to be
Cannot
awesome.
wait. Ooh, can I plug it?
Yeah, because you can plug it.
I can plug the fundraiser?
You certainly can.
Absolutely. Guys, don't forget on January 26th on the Vaping with Ken channel, And can I request a link for his channel in the chat?
Yeah. I'll have to get one of the my wonderful spanners to sort that out.
Please do, guys. One of you guys, could you throw up Vaping with Ken's channel link in the chat? The 26th of this month, starting at roughly 6 p.m. your time until 6 a.m. your time there in the UK. You guys will be able to catch me and a plethora of other reviewers, and Mark himself as well, during a fundraiser event, 12-hour live stream for Tia Vape's son. She is in dire need of our assistance. Her son is going through a variety of medical treatments that they just simply cannot afford, and they need our help. They're calling out to the community, and in my head, it's our responsibility, our duty to support the community, and especially in a time like what she's going through right now. Remember, guys, we're here to try and save lives and be a family, and this is, something that jeopardizes a life, and it may not be our own, but we all care about each other, and we should step up. So, guys, that's the 26th of January, and again, Vaping with Ken's channel.
One more thing before we do go. What's coming up on your channel, Chris, next week?
Well, we got a couple more juice reviews coming up. Devices. What am I going to do for devices? I'm going to do a couple of tube mods, because mechanical tube mods, there's not many parts to them, and I can get those out. So, yeah, why not, right? But we'll have a couple of juices, a couple of device reviews coming up. I'm going to be taking some time off camera for a little bit. Oh, that's another shout out I got to throw you guys. MF Vapes. Guys, it looks like I might be going on the Saturday show with MF Vape. Yeah, I think, are we starting that this week, Mike? I hope so. That'll be fun. But yeah, you guys can catch me on MF Vape show on Saturday too.
Awesome. I didn't even know about that. You kept that quiet from me.
I didn't tell you that, did I? I was keeping it a secret.
He was keeping it a secret. I wasn't going to tell you.
Yeah, it's a secret. Don't tell nobody.
You got a soft mouth.
You got a pretty mouth, boy. Get over here and make me some cookies.
Right, well, I'll tell you what's going off on my channel. Deja Vu Mech coming out next week. I've also got the IQ coming out next week. I've got some other bits and pieces coming out next week. Busy, busy, busy. If you haven't checked out my website, please go over and check out my website. Been busy all on that, doing new stuff. Helped out by BFG. BFG, thank you very much. And we will also be sorting out the merchandise. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you will soon be able to buy yourself a Solome t-shirt soon. So we'll be sorting that out in the next couple of weeks. So it's going to be all exciting. Once that's actually sorted out, I'm wanting to do a home service t-shirt as well. So I think that will be awesome, with obviously mine and Chris's logo on it. So I want that getting sorted out as well. So that's the plan at the present moment.
Right. Secrets from me too.
I know. Yeah, you're not the only one. There's a lot of work goes off in the background here.
Oh, there has to be. Well, that's why I was saying I'm got to take some time off from, well, not time off, time away from other stuff, because I have a lot of organization to do. I've got so many files that I have to go through. There's a lot of work that goes on behind the camera.
And the BFG GIMP suit. I thought you was just going to do the anal beads, BFG. With your logo all the way around them.
Are you going to get the ball gag too? Oh, yeah, boy.
Right, gonna wrap this one up. Thanks ever so much for watching, and I genuinely so appreciate it. If you haven't gone over to Chris's channel, please pop over, give him a like, give him a sub. He's doing some absolutely amazing reviews. He's doing some awesome lives on Facebook. He will be soon be coming back onto YouTube once his little hands have been slapped and he's finished and wrote his lines and detention and everything from YouTube. So he will be coming back for the lives on YouTube. What, it should be in about, what, next month or month after? You should be, yeah, you should be, yeah, you should be close.
That I announced yesterday, sir. I have the date.
Oh, you have the date?
Yes, I do. February 10th. We are 2/3 of the way through
awesome.
As of today.
Awesome.
In 1 month, 4 weeks, guys, and I will be going live again.
Excellent.
On YouTube, and I can't wait for the return. We're actually going to do a special return to YouTube live. I can't wait.
Awesome. Right, so I'm going to wrap this one up. Thank you so much for my co-host Chris. Thank you so much. It's been an awesome show once again, and very, very information about the mechs. Really enjoyed that, and don't forget all about the information about the safety side of it as well. Thought that was really good. Guys in chat, want to give you guys a big thank you. Thank you so much. You guys do make this show so much your own. It's brilliant. Spanners, got to say hello to the Spanners, and thank you for all the help and looking after chat as well. Chris, over to you to sign us out.
Big love, guys. Thank you again so much for joining us tonight. It's been real. I hope it's been informative and educational for some of you. I know it's just kind of reiterating information that some of you already have, but it's always good to hear it again. Anyways, thank you guys so much again for joining us. I'm Chris from Lethal Coils, and guys, please, please, please remember that we are the masters of our own destinies. We're the only ones in this world that can pick and choose how positive or negative our days are going to be. So please remember to keep that positivity high, keep the smiles on, and let that negative just brush off your shoulders. All right, guys? Big love, and we'll see you guys next week.
Bye!
Bye.
Bye!
Hey, boys.
You got a pretty mouth.
Boy.
Bye!